preliminary judgment, but after each judgment, the Supreme Court gives 24 days to the opposing party to appeal the judgment. Now, the United States of America, the Trump administration, publicly stated that they were going to file for an appeal. They were going to protest the Supreme Court to reconsider their decision. They never did. And now, as of today, the ruling is final. So that's breaking news. Super exciting. It's good to see the law upheld. It's good to see the Constitution respected. And frankly, I don't know if it's just my self-interested reasons of wanting to see Trump lose because of the madman he is, but it's good to see him lose. It's good to know that America's winning and he's crying about it. So let's go ahead and hop into that first debate of the day. This is Ask a Christian, and I actually invited him to join the live stream. There's a very specific reason why, too. Ask a Christian is an abortion abolitionist. And that's a little bit different from being a pro-lifer. In fact, let's start with passing the mic to Ask a Christian. By the way, if you want to share another name with us, so I'm not consistently calling you Ask a Christian, feel free to. But why don't you tell us what an abortion abolitionist is and what the differences, Abby, thank you for the galaxy, are between abortion, being an abortion abolitionist, and being pro-life?
Sure. I mean, that's definitely a great question. And so with regard to like being an abortion abolitionist, right, we would affirm that unborn babies' lives should be protected, right? Protected, from conception. And, one would not want to like make exceptions for a lot of like edge cases and things like that. But with regard to like that position, some of the other people on the panel that you're speaking with, they'll be, much better representatives of that. And I could kind of go into that in a bit, but the main thing that I wanted to speak with you about was about basically morality. Like, what is the grounding of morality? And I do want to say a few things. One is that, I do generally want good things for you, right? I want you to have a good relationship with God, right? To trust in Jesus Christ as your Savior. To have a meaningful, right? Like a meaningful life. And, the Bible, it says, what does it benefit a man to gain the whole world but to lose his very soul? So even if you look for like meaning in all sorts of other things in life, like if you look for meaning in pleasure, in fame, in, everything else, like you look for it everywhere else, it will not ultimately, right? It won't ultimately, give you this sort of thing. So basically, my overall question is consistent. So my question is, have you ever done anything wrong, Dean?
Yeah, I've done things that are wrong. I would like to clarify the reason why I invited you to join my live stream. For everybody in the chat saying that it's lagging, I don't think the live is lagging for me. Maybe there's a momentary lapse from the TikTok servers. But anyways, so the reason why I invited you on the panel was to have a conversation about your normative ethical commitments to the abortion abolitionist view. That's why I joined that panel that you were on. That's why I invited you and anybody else on that panel to join, was specifically to have a conversation with you about many of your commitments. So, I mean, I asked this guy what it means to be an abortion abolitionist and how that differs from being pro-life. And he kind of preluded to a couple claims, but I just want to clear this up, folks. This guy and other abortionist abolitionists, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't think that women should be able to get abortions if they're raped. You don't think that women should be able to get abortions if they're minors. You don't think that girls should be able to get abortions. You don't think that women and girls should be able to get abortions if the fetus is a product of incest.